Good morning and happy Thursday. Welcome to the Morning Sprint. We've got some good stories for you guys today, plus one that we've been following for almost 2 days now, so we want to bring you some totals there.
Yep.
But I'm Brittany Weir.
And I'm Daphne Gray. We got some crazy stuff to show you. This one right here almost gave me a heart attack, so take a look at your screen. This is an emergency landing from Delta Airlines, and we got what caused it and how one person described the heart racing incident. That's coming up, and you can see the plane is just leaning over to the side right there. So that's some crazy video to see.
Scary
right then
situation.
and there.
Scary situation. Plus, it is Thankful Thursday, but many of you sent in some cool pictures of the sun and the hazy skies. So we will get to the Hazy Thursday pins you've sprinted later in the show. Plenty of people out there snapping those pictures. Still a little hazy this morning, but we will get to those. But one story we do want to bring to you guys, I've been covering this morning. Other team members of ours have been covering. It's about that Give Local event in the New River Valley. There are just about 3 hours and 56 minutes left in this donation. So this is a 24-hour fundraiser that started yesterday at noon, and their original goal was to reach $500,000. Well, we will tell you they did blow that goal out of the water. We'll give you the totals at the end here. But WSLS is proud to be partnering with the Community Foundation of the New River Valley to help host this fundraiser. The 24-hour online event is engaging New River Valley nonprofits in raising funds and awareness. And this year, 115 organizations are participating. Well, one of those organizations that participating is the Montgomery Museum of Art and History. They are dedicated to collecting, preserving, and interpreting the history of Montgomery County. And the museum takes great pride in inspiring and educating through cultural programming, but the funding that they're getting from today will help them do more.
So it goes to a number of things within our operations. More specifically, it goes to developing a children's corner that we can have a curated hands-on learning space in the museum for children and family. It goes toward an education lab, which sort of brings in more historical resources.
And so the Montgomery Museum is celebrating their 40th anniversary this year. So to honor that, their goal is to raise $40,000. And if the public helps them reach that $20,000, their board of directors and staff will offer to match that amount. And part of the fun of the day includes $25,500 in grants and prizes that the Community Foundation is giving away in donors. But we do want to check in right now with the total that they have. So I have the website up right now, and as of 8:04 this morning, it is $690,347 raised. You guys can check that out on their website as well. So they blew that goal out of the water, the $500,000. But there is still 3 hours, 55 minutes, 10, 9, 8, 7 seconds left. They've got the whole countdown right here. So we'll be giving you that grand total at noon. That is when it ends today at noon. But it just went up again.
Oh my
goodness.
We're still going up, man. So yeah, big ups to everybody in the community who's giving back to a good cause. You know this money is going to be spent well, and I cannot wait to see all of the resources and the cool things that all these nonprofits are going to be doing with that money. So yeah. Awesome story right there. Of course, we'll stay on tone with it on WSLS.com. You can check it out there. Also have another cool story right here. Now, I love history. I'm a history buff person, and this particular story right here, it's about a retired UVA engineering professor helping to preserve history one word at a time, working with the Holocaust Museum to translate a 500-page diary from Hebrew to English. The diary was written by a Lithuanian doctor who spent the last 3 years of his life in a Jewish ghetto. Now, it wasn't until many years later that his diaries became public, and now they're being cross-referenced for posterity.
The real purpose of everything I do in this field is to create archival of that knowledge. And without it being properly archived, it's bound to be forgotten.
Now, he says his diary and the combined efforts around it will be saved for future resources. I think this is very, very, very important, very crucial because, you know, every time something big in our history happens, it's cool to see how more nuggets are revealed later on down the line, you know, and to know that we need to obviously keep this part of our history alive. So many people lost their lives for something that was just so evil, you know, and learning about the Holocaust and all that good stuff, that actually is what attracted me to history and learning, oh, wow, that happened in the past and here we are today. You know, same with, you know, our country. Things happened in the past and here we are today. So, yeah, if you guys want to check out that full story, it's on our website, WSLS.com. Speaking of another good thing, we've got some students at the Roanoke College getting ready to get their hands-on lesson this week in community and service.
Yeah, they're helping to build a home in partnership with Habitat for Humanity in the Roanoke Valley. Well, a parking lot on campus is transformed into a construction spot, as you can see. Students say this project is even more meaningful because they work alongside the women who will buy and then get the keys to this home later in the year.
Yeah, so this year marks the 18th Our House build, and it happens every year during student orientation, giving incoming freshmen a true lesson in service and community. You know, WSLS, we work closely with Brittany McGraw, and she, you know, has her hands on Habitat for Humanity. So I can only imagine as a student and as a team of kids, you know, getting together and working on a project and knowing that your project is going to be used in a way for a family who need a home.
Yeah.
I think that's a blessing right there.
And you also get to form that relationship with the family who they say is going to be living in that
Yep.
home because they're working with you side by side on that home. And so they're putting in the work too. So you get to form that and see that person, especially on the day when it's completely built.
Oh
and
my
they get to,
gosh, yes.
Amazing
It's
feeling.
such a good feeling right there. And of course, we'll be following this story closely so you guys can see the results and the process throughout this time. And a big shout out to the family who will be getting that new home right then and there. You like pickleball?
Honestly, I've never played.
I've never played.
I know it's blowing up
But then
everywhere.
I have never even heard of pickleball until I got to Roanoke.
Really?
Yes, that's the complete truth. So
Okay.
apparently it is growing in the Roanoke Valley.
Yeah, it is a big sport right now. And Roanoke's Kirk Family YMCA now has pickleball nets, and the community led the fundraising effort, donating about $850. Players say that they're looking forward to enjoying this new addition.
So if you want to get involved, you can visit the welcome desk at the Kirk Family YMCA to check it out. It looks like a lot of fun. So this is is it kind of like table
It's
tennis,
kinda
but
like-
a bigger version of it?
It's like, yeah, kind of like that. I think that's a really good way to describe it. But I
Okay.
know it's become so popular right now.
Yeah.
I know my cousins and my uncle, and then all of them play in like little tournaments, or they do it at night. I
Okay.
mean, and it's blowing up all over the country. So I'm glad to see that they're bringing it here in the Roanoke Valley. If you are somebody though who likes to play pickleball,
Yes.
if you want to educate us a little bit more, put in that comment section below. Because like we said, both me or Jasmine, we have not played before. We don't know a lot. So if you're an avid pickleball player, write us a little section in that
Yes.
comment. Jasmine will help us out later.
Actually,
reading
and
that.
I'm gonna give you a task, and if,
Yes.
if you guys don't do it, I need Jazz to do it for me.
Okay.
Why do they call it pickleball? I've looked this up before, and I completely forgot. So if somebody
Okay.
can tell me why they call it pickleball, drop it in the comments section.
All right, we'll have to figure that out at the end. All right, there is something new coming to Roanoke this summer, and we're happy to share it with you. The city's Parks and Recreation Department has a new portable climbing tower. Take a look at that. Well, the plan is to have the climbing tower at various pop-up locations like Washington Park, Elmwood Park, and local summer camps. The tower arrived in April, and they're now working through the training and safety process for that, but that will be really cool to see.
Yeah.
I'm sure that will be, I mean, we all know that Roanoke has so many events in the summer.
Yep.
Every weekend, I feel like there is just something going on, so I'm sure that will just make tons of appearances.
Yes, definitely have a lot of little kids climbing up that thing. I bet, and I think it's super cool. Our assignment manager. I
Yes.
keep forgetting Brittany Furrow. She has like 1,000 jobs here. Either way, her and her daughter always go rock climbing all the time. So every time I saw that, it reminded me of them. So
Oh, yeah.
I was probably could see them out there. Okay, so we already know everybody is traveling right now. Got hundreds of travelers, unfortunately, without their luggage. But get this, is due to the flight issues, and they're blaming it on the weather. So travelers are having trouble locating their belongings after multiple flight cancellations and delays. And some had their flights canceled and altered to different destinations, but their personal belongings didn't follow. United Airlines is blaming the problem on the recent severe weather throughout the country and the FAA staffing shortages. So, fun story.
Oh, gosh.
You actually had,
No.
well, I don't think, yours was not weather related, but you
No.
know what it feels like to not
And
have
that's
your
what I
luggage
was
with
gonna say.
you.
It is never fun when you are traveling and you don't have your luggage. Like you get off that plane and you get
Yeah.
to either baggage claim or whatever, and you're looking at all the other luggage go by. You're looking at and you don't see yours, and you start to get this panic.
Yes.
And then you go check in, and they're like, "We don't have it," and you're like, well, I don't have anything besides the clothes on my back. It
Yes.
is not fun. No, everyone knows how that feels. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people know how that feels.
Yes.
We don't like it.
It is already a high stress situation, you know.
It
And
is.
so for me, that's why I always try my best. And what was interesting about your situation is that it was a carry on. I never check a bag because of this.
No,
reason.
I don't
get
check
scared.
a bag either. It was a carry-on.
Yours was a carry on, and it
And-
still didn't make it. But
Because, so, long story short, flying out of Roanoke, and we know sometimes the planes are a little bit smaller, so my carry-on, which would have fit in a normal overhead bin compartment, it did not fit, so they brought it to the front of the plane, and they said they were going to put it underneath, no charge to me. They took it off the plane. It never got back on the plane. I mean, I'm not blaming anybody, whatever. It was an unfortunate situation, but luckily I did get my bag back. I got all my
Yes.
belongings back, so I'm thankful to have that. And you know what? It worked out. I made it
Yes.
work. I had help from friends. We're good.
Well, we hope everybody who is dealing with this particular situation get their luggage back. Again, I know it's going to be stressful with it all mixed together with everybody else's stuff. So fingers crossed for you, especially during this holiday season. But yeah, that weather has been making an impact. And especially if
I've
you
been
go
feeling
outside,
it.
I can't stop sneezing.
Sneezing,
my
coughing.
nose is like itching. And if you guys have walked outside, you notice that there's been really hazy. Meteorologist Chris Michaels is back in the building. He has an update on that forecast and what you guys need to be looking out for today.
Hey there, guys. Happy Thursday. Still that smoky haze causing poor air quality conditions at times throughout the day today. That'll start to slowly improve tomorrow, but once that's over with, we'll turn steamy and stormy at times. A couple strong storms are going to be possible late Friday and then again heading into Saturday. Have a great rest of your Thursday. I'll see you guys this time tomorrow morning on The Sprint.
All right. Well, thank you, Chris, so much. And let us, guys, if you have more pictures of that hazy weather. We've got a lot on our pennant, but we always love to see more. But good news that should be rolling out later today.
Hopefully.
So should be breathing better. But we do want to bring you guys a story that we've kind of talked about a lot in the past couple weeks. But
My fave.
I mean, I'm not mad about it at all. But one marketing team, they're going above and beyond to promote a certain movie, and I'm pretty sure you know which movie it is. It's just in time for the release of the new Barbie movie. Take a look at this. This is a dream house in California, but it got a little bit of a pink makeover.
A lot of pink going on there. So if you take a look at your screen, the home was once an Airbnb used to have bright pink accents. Now everything is pink, including the patio, the poolside, and even the chimney have all been decorated to rock Barbie's signature color. Floaties in the pool also spell out Ken, Barbie's love interest. So again, a lot of pink is happening right there. So with that particular pink house, is that something that you would be interested in living in?
I would, because you know me, I love my pink, I love my Barbie, and this looks just like a replica of the Barbie dream home. It looks 100% like what I had when I was younger, because as you know, I play with Barbies a lot.
Yeah.
I think this would be fun. I know you think it's too much pink, but
Yeah, it is a little bit. But hey, I get it. I get it. If this is something that you guys grew up with, I can only imagine being adults now, because we were children back in the day when we saw like a little bitty version of it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a person who is a Barbie fan and as an adult and see this and just like,
I would just embrace it. I mean, look at that slide on the side of the house. Would you not go down that slide?
You know,
Come on.
at this point.
I feel like it's one of those things where if you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah.
And you got to join them.
That is
you
true.
embrace your
Well, see, yeah, for me, I like I said, I would enjoy it temporarily, but moving on.
Okay. All right, you're done. She's done with the Barbie
Yeah,
story.
let me see what I want to know what y'all think. Would you live in it? I know a girl Jazz will live in a Bratz-like house.
There
but
we go.
Yeah, there goes Barbie. All right, so speaking of children and young and tiny stuff,
Is that what we're talking
I'm going
about?
to transition to this
We've
whole
got a
story.
about a baby horse.
Or a foal.
Or a foal. And it's getting the care she needs after her mother died shortly after she was born.
Now, thanks to the power of social media, Gia's owner was able to find a foster horse that could provide all the nourishment she needs.
And Beauty, the name of Gia's new caregiver, was able to step right in and excel in providing all motherly duties for Gia. She is expected to stay by Gia's side until she's about 6 months old.
Beauty's mother is hopeful and she can continue to be a provider for the other baby horses in the future. Again, this also hammers home how the fact that no matter what species you are, whether you're a mammal, I don't know about amphibians, I don't know how reptiles deal with
Let's
it,
go
but
with it.
you know what I'm saying? I'm going to assume everybody has this mother-like instinct. And the fact that this horse is taking in little Gia is a really
And
cool
also,
deal.
It shows how important a mother is.
Yes.
Too. I mean, like, I think about my mom, and I don't know where I would be without her and her guidance and support and her craziness too, because we're both crazy together. It's a lot of fun. But I'm so glad that she was able to, get that motherly figure in there. They're helping her, and she's gonna be okay.
Yes, and speaking of horses, we got some really big, beautiful ones that are making their way
I know.
back to Roanoke. Get this, the world-famous Budweiser Clydesdale will be returning back to Roanoke. One of the iconic horses will be at the Historic City Market in downtown Roanoke on Saturday, July 8th. Do not miss it, because there will be photo opportunities. They will be available. Visited the Star City in 2022, appearing in the St. Patrick's Day Parade. And this summer, the Gentle Giants are traveling across the country and supported the nonprofit organization Folds of Honor. We actually went to that particular parade. We were out there and we
I was
were
looking for us in that video.
freezing to death. It was super duper duper cold. And I remember, for a second there, everybody was concerned that they were going to make it out or not.
That was a big topic just even the days leading up to the St. Patrick's Day Parade 2
Yeah.
years ago. Luckily, they were able to make it. Everyone was able to to see them. I know they were staying at Hollins University. I'm assuming that's where they'll probably stay this time around as well.
Yeah.
And so if you guys haven't seen them yet in person, definitely encourage you to go on out, get your picture with them.
Yes.
They are massive. They are beautiful.
Massive, majestic. They're just perfect creatures. So yeah, go check it out.
All right, and now on to another animal story, which I can't wait to share with you because I think this is hilarious. But if you are an animal or person and you live in the town normal, I think it's okay to not be so normal. I try
Yeah.
to be a little bit different, but
This dog took it to heart. His name is Rocky.
Look at
So he holds the Guinness World Record for, if you haven't guessed it, if you're not looking at your
biggest
screen.
ears.
Yeah, no, I wish it was his ears, but it's this long tongue he has. So this is the longest tongue on a living dog, and his owners never knew there was such a record. It's a seeing the previous holder on a national TV special.
I didn't know this was a thing either, but I
Yeah.
love it. Look at it.
Oh
Well,
my
once the
God.
former holder passed away, that's when they knew Rocky had a chance. On a Guinness World Record website, Rocky's tongue is measured at 13.8 centimeters. Look at that thing.
It's just like, you know what it reminds me of? The
What?
fruit roll up.
Yes.
I just feel like it
commercial?
comes
Yes.
all out. And like I said, it put me in the mind of my Heemper Dimper.
Okay, yeah.
I had a
Which
little
is
Yorkie.
your
She was
little
like
doggy?
1,000 years old. She didn't have any teeth, but her tongue stayed out of her mouth. And except it never reached that
Look
length.
at that. Do you know how heavy is that thing? Look at it.
I don't know. Either way, shout out
my
to
word.
Rocky rocking the long tongue. Ugh, it just looks like I said. If you drop some food on the floor
I
and it's
know,
in a,
he's perfect
yeah,
for
he could
it.
just reach. He don't even have to reach. You know what? He's like a frog. You know,
Yes.
When I,
Yes.
that's how they do
Think
it.
about all the drool, though.
Oh God! See, that's why I can't. You said it's hilarious.
I think it's funny.
If Bo had a tongue that big, I swear, I think I would take him to get it surgically shortened, if that's even possible. I know
I
it's
have
probably
no
Peter.
idea.
Don't come after me, but I'm just saying that'd be just.
Let us know your guys' comments, your thoughts on this dog and his tongue. We want to hear because it just runs the gamut, I think, when you see this.
tongue.
All right,
Okay.
now we want to get back
to this teaser video. Now, this
Yeah.
is anytime it deals with planes. Again, I get so stressed out because I want it to be perfect. I gotta sit by the window. I gotta hear things.
Oh, see, you're by the window. I'm not the window.
I have to be by the window
I
because I want to.
cannot.
It's not like I would see something if something happened, but I at least can. Like, I don't know. It's just something about being by the window that makes me feel secure. Because if I can't see what's happening,
Ooh.
I get real nervous. Either
I
way,
cannot sit by the window.
this particular story right here, I don't know what I'd do if I was in this situation.
Yeah, take a look at this. Well, luckily, flights are back on schedule this morning in Charlotte. The runway was closed for 12 hours yesterday after a plane had to make an emergency landing with its nose gear up.
So there were more than 100 people on the Delta flight from Atlanta, and no one was hurt, fortunately. But passengers left the plane on the inflatable emergency slide you see is pulled out right then and there. Just hear what one passenger described the scene as.
We came to a full stop, and there was some smoke in the cabin, so that was a little concerning. But the flight attendants did well. The pilot came on with his instructions that we would be exiting, and so we all exited safely. I'm looking at the room here. I haven't seen anyone with injuries. Obviously, it was a little stressful situation.
Well, Delta released a statement about this, and they said situations like this are rare, but flight crews train extensively to safely manage many scenarios. So thankful for that training and thankful to hear that everyone was okay.
Yeah.
I mean, such a scary situation, but
It
such a good
is.
outcome.
I mean,
so.
a beautiful outcome because, and if, like I said, I pick up on other people's body language too in the plane. So if I hear, like, if we go through some turbulence and I'm the only one that's freaking out and everybody else is just chilling, I'm like, okay, it's not that big of a deal. But in this kind of situation, if you guys go back on our website and watch it from start to finish, seeing how the plane slid on the runway, everybody was cool, calm, and collected, and you can hear it actually on the pavement. And I just know I would be like probably crying.
See, I'd
I
be
don't
gripping
even know.
like the armrest, like that. I'd stay very quiet, but all you would see is my wet knuckle
Yeah.
hands. I mean, like,
I just know my life
Yeah.
would be my life is already turned over to Jesus Christ. But I just know y'all have a whole sermon going on in the back because Lord knows I'm like, Jesus, please carry it to fruition and finish this. But I'm so happy that they made it out safely. And if you guys want to see that full story, hear the audio and all that stuff, go to our website at WSLS.com. All right. Haze Pictures. It's Thankful Thursday.
I was like, speaking of thankful, we got some thankful pictures.
Yeah, thankful pictures right now. So if you could pause that good little story right there. Go ahead and
Look at
Brittany,
that
tell us
one.
who
That
this is
looks
from.
like a art piece or something. That is from Josie Scooty. It is a smoky, haze, and she says hashtag just look up. So that was from, I'm assuming, the sunset last night. Ooh, look at that.
So everybody, again, it's just Thankful Thursday, but a lot of people have been just playing, sending us their sun rising and sunsetting pictures with how the sky has been and how hazy it's been. I mean, it literally looks like somebody is popping fireworks or barbecuing or something. You walk outside, you can smell it. This next picture is coming out of a sunset in Galax, Virginia. This is coming from Polly Vaughn. It's another cute one that looks like an art piece as well. So shout out to Polly sending that in for us to check out.
And then the next one we have, if you go to the next one, Noah, we have it. Yeah, there we go. Oh, look at that. That's so pretty. That is from Johnny Ford. It's a sunset at Smith Mountain Lake. Always beautiful lake pictures.
Definitely.
Especially this time of year, a lot of people get out to Smith Mountain Lake and Claytor Lake, especially the 4th of July. So thank you, Johnny.
And last but not least, I had to do it, man. This is what I'm thankful for.
Who's that?
That's my little nugget.
And?
My little nugget,
His name
Bo.
is?
His
There you go.
name is Bo. His name is Bo. As you can see, he's literally out there just chilling right now. We went to the dog park, and I cannot for anything get him to try out those agility little piece of furniture. He just looks at them like, I'm just going to go.
I'll have to come bring Mabel by, and she will tear those up.
She's going to have to be careful because Bo likes to urinate on them. So you won't be able to go.
So let's wait, and then I'll bring, okay.
That's exactly how we need to do it. But yeah, guys, if you guys, just keep going to the next picture or something else in there and you'll see it right there. Again, this is what you guys are sending in. Keep your pins coming our way because we would love to give you guys a shout out. Big time. Tomorrow is Family Friday.
Family Friday, yes. And it's so easy to pin your pictures too. If you just go on our website, you go all the way over to the weather tab, weather, and there's a little section that says pin it. Click that. It doesn't just have to be weather photos though, guys. It could be anything, especially along with the themes we're trying to keep each week. Click on that and just fill out your name, what the picture is, and then just drop it there, hit pin it, and you are done.
Perfect.
So easy to do. All right, so speaking of pin it in our web, we want to check in with Jasmine, who's our lovely web producer. So good morning, Jasmine. How are you doing on this Thursday?
Good morning. I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I think we are doing good. We are finishing out this week strong, especially a lot of crazy stories, especially that one with the dog with the massive tongue. What did you think of that?
I thought that was insane. I don't think I could have that dog. That dog it's a little crazy. God bless his heart.
I know, but he seemed happy, so he's a happy guy.
He's still a good boy.
And another animal story we've got is those Clydesdales that are coming to Roanoke. Did you happen to see them 2 years ago when they came for the St. Patrick's Day parade?
No, I was actually working that day.
Oh.
But I remember everyone being super excited to see them. And I remember it rained. People were scared that they wouldn't be coming anymore because it was raining. But fortunately enough, it didn't rain, so people were able to see the iconic horses. But I remember seeing all the pictures of them, and it was a great time to see them. And the article that we had yesterday, definitely, it was one of our most trending articles. People love the Clydesdale horses, so do I. I mean, they're just absolutely iconic.
Yeah, lots of people love them, and I assume a lot of people will be going out to see them. So if you guys get pictures with them, pictures of them, make sure to submit them to us too on our Pin It as well. We love them. But Jasmine, do we have any viewers' comments today?
Yeah, we had a comment on YouTube, and he said, "Good morning, ladies."
Hey, good morning. What's his name?
Do we have a name?
Taco de Capo.
Okay.
Okay, Taco de Capo. I got your boy with your ass out. Thank you for
Well,
watching.
good morning and thank you so
It was
much.
hilarious.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Is that all the comments we have today?
Yes.
All righty, perfect. Thank you so much, Jasmine. We always appreciate you and your hard work.
Of course.
Have a good Thursday. All righty.
Right. Headline time.
We want to get to those headlines. So coming up later in our noon newscast, we have a man is recovering after being stabbed in Henry County. The sheriff's office says 40-year-old Christopher Hill is now facing malicious wounding charges after they say he attacked 26-year-old Robert Essington. We have the latest on that story.
Plus, we have the shocking video that appears to show moments leading up to the rescue and recovery of 2 dogs left in a hot car in Roanoke City. Super sad situation there, but we have that, plus how one Good Samaritan stepped in to try to help.
And we've been talking about it all morning long, but that haze in the sky, it'll be with us again today due to that drifting smoke from Canadian wildfires. And as we're dealing with the poor air quality, we're also working for you on when it should cause concern for the average person. Our meteorologists are staying up to date on that for all of you guys coming up later.
Perfect.
But before we completely sign off for the day, we do have one other thing we want to let people know
Yes,
about.
got to remind you guys about that good old Salem. It's happening right now, Salem Fair.
That Salem Fair, it opens today at 4 o'clock, and today is WSLS last night at the Salem Fair, and we are looking forward to seeing all of you. So just like last year, if you bring 2 new pairs of socks, you will get discounts on rides. I believe it's a $10 discount on those wristbands. All sock donations will go to the rescue mission of Roanoke and Miss Dorsey's Clothes Closet in Salem.
And we'll be there again starting 4 this afternoon. You can enjoy the 40 rides, food, live entertainment, new attractions this year, and include a cowboy circus, magic maze, giant Ferris wheel, and the fair runs until July 9th. But again, we will be out there tonight. Please come out, say hey. We would love to engage with you guys, just have a good time. Some young time, get us some funnel cakes going on, those foot-long corn dogs, you name it. A lot of fun activities happening at the fair. We want to see you guys there tonight.
Yeah, and you and Chris will have your live cameras there available, because if you can't make it out to the fair, but you still want to join in on the fun, you can go on our website and see the live cameras. One will be operated by Jasmine, the other one will be operated by Chris, and you can see exactly what they're seeing. So a lot of things fun for that.
So let's make it fun. See you guys there, and thank you for joining us on the Morning Sprint this morning. Be back again tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., WSLS.com.